Welcome to Sunshine Cathedral's Queer God Squad. It's Monday, May 18th, 2026. I am Bishop Darrell Watkins, the Senior Minister of the Sunshine Cathedral for the Queer God Squad. Join me today and most days are Bishop Robert Griffin, Reverend Dr. Ann Atwell, and Reverend Kevin Tisdall. Visit sunshinecathedral.org to learn more about us.
Queer God Squad was created by Hotspots Happening Now to support our mission to explore the value of faith in the LGBTQ community.
There is no streaming TV show like this in the entire world. In 2026, we are celebrating the 41st anniversary of Hotspots magazine, with Queer News Tonight sharing over 14,000 stories and 12 million views so far.
We are the largest nonprofit LGBTQ media organization in America, and we encourage you to support our mission to inform, entertain, and educate our community and allies.
This is the Sunshine Cathedral Perspective. Judge blocks government's retaliatory action against trans-affirming health organizations. Reuters reported on May 7th that a U.S. judge has blocked a Federal Trade Commission investigation into two medical organizations that support gender-affirming care for transgender youth. U.S. District Judge James Boasberg granted preliminary injunctions to the Endocrine Society and the World Professional Association for Transgender Health, halting FTC demands for internal communications and financial records. The groups filed lawsuits in February claiming the probe was a retaliatory campaign meant to silence them following executive orders from President Donald Trump limiting federal recognition of sex and restricting youth gender-affirming care. The judge ruled the groups are likely to prevail on their retaliation claims. Meanwhile, a similar lawsuit by the American Academy of Pediatrics remains pending before a different Washington judge. The Queer God Squad rejoices in the legal actions to protect our trans siblings, and especially our trans children.
Amen.
Yeah.
So there's a professional health organization for trans folks, and I can understand that maybe some people would be like, well, yeah, that's sort of self-serving. That's you advocating for your business, whatever. All professional and all legitimate, but I can see how some uneducated people might say, well, I don't know about that. But the Pediatric Association and the Endocrine Association, these are the people. These are the scientists. These are the professionals. These are the experts. Once they've said a thing, who is anybody without similar credentials? Well, we voted. Who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares? We voted on women. Yeah, this panel of men voted on women's rights, whatever. And this panel of straight people voted on gay rights. And this panel of non-medical people voted on the medical needs of trans people. Who cares? I think once the endocrine people and the pediatric people chimed in, that should have been the end of it. But this is just more. This is more about command and control. That you get to decide what gender and sexuality and rights and healthcare. You get to decide all that for everyone because it doesn't impact you. That you get to use your wealth and your privilege and your power and your position to do whatever continues to benefit you. And whoever's life is destroyed by that, sorry about it, because you thriving didn't put any money in my pocket. And so it really is that crass. It really is that simple. The language is oversimplifying, but the reality is not.
Right.
That really is what is happening. And so the medical people are telling you what's what. Well, you should believe the science. I wish you would, because the real scientists are telling you what's real.
You should believe the science. Wouldn't that be a great thing if we did that all the time? I'm interested in watching how things go through the courts. There was a time when we in this country could rely on the courts to be a backstop to a lot of the crazy stuff that happens. That this case is going through in the way that it is gives me a little bit of heart. Yeah. And I don't know what happens when it goes to a higher court, when this ultra-conservative Supreme Court looks at things. I just know that we've got a rough time, and I'm going to be a dark cloud for a while. We have a rough time going on right now in this country because all of the institutions that are supposed to protect people are too often failing. To have an institution in this instance say the right thing and do the right thing makes me feel good, but I'm telling the groups that are are supporting these medical societies, don't take your feet off the gas pedal, because the backlash is still coming and the attacks will continue to come. So be cognizant. And somebody asked me one time, why does your church spend so much time on social justice issues? And my answer is always the same. Did you see my brother Jesus? Did you see the guy that I'm supposed to be following and emulating? He was a rabble rouser. He overturned tables. He spoke truth to power. And at this church, at Sunshine Cathedral, we will always speak truth to power, no matter how much it may hurt you to hear, because we have one mission. And what is that? Healing the hurts caused by hatred.
All right. You know, I'm with you. I think we need to look at some of these courts, the legal systems, and support them when they're following the law, doing the right thing, listening to the medical professionals. But I think we also need to maybe call out these larger courts, federal courts, Supreme Courts, when they're ultra-conservative, doing the right thing and hurting people because of that. Hurting people because of these choices or these rules or laws that they're making, and they're not following the medical advice.
Right.
You know, I just declare, you know, I'm Robert Griffin and I'm going to run for president of the United States, and my campaign is going to be believe the science.
There you go. There you go.
You know,
I got the pink outfit and the would I be the best?
You would absolutely be the
you know, but kudos to these organizations and for what they're doing, and again, believe the science. We have heard too often, too recently, too much fake news, fake news, fake news. Oh, that's bad data, throw it out. Listen to the data, listen to the science, and let that be your guide, because we have things that we're faced here right now that we may not have accurate information to, because we're no longer part of the World Health Organization. So that's another side of all this data that we need to be listen to very closely, support the legislators who are supporting these things, and be mindful of what's happening around us, because these are important times, and to really stand up for our trans part of our community in these types of information and study, that's a big deal. That's a big ass deal. And I know that there are gay folks in our own gay community who can't stand the trans community. That's your problem, not the trans community. And that's what you have to deal with.
We aren't us without the T.
Exactly.
We're just not.
And so get over it, be healed, be what you need to do, because we really all need to be in this together.
I don't know why it wasn't the end of it.
No,
I don't know why. Oh, they'll let you kiss you. I don't even ask. I just kiss them. They'll let you grab them by the pussy. I don't know why that wasn't the end of it. Then he gets in at the end of that, January 6th, where in front of us, we saw him incite the riot. Well, we saw him do it. We saw people cowering for their lives. We saw vandalism. We saw defecation in the thing. We saw a police officer beaten so badly that within a day he died. I mean, we saw it. How has his name ever been mentioned again without derision? But here he comes, and here he's voted. This time, legitimately. The first time, he lost the popular vote. And if we'd been a real democracy, that would have been the end of it. But he won, we guess, the electoral vote. Okay, but this time he actually did win. Like, more people voted for him than the opponent this time. What?
Yeah.
And here was the response. Well, yeah, he's tacky, and yes, we wish he wouldn't like tweet all night or whatever, but I don't want to pay higher food prices, and I don't want to pay higher gas prices, and I want peace, and the deficit's already so huge, although it was less than he had left it the first time. Don't let facts bother you. I want all these things. Okay, he's back. Food is up 13-14%. Gas is double. We are in multiple military conflicts at once, all without congressional oversight or approval. We have a war on the most vulnerable within our own country. Our deficit is the highest it's ever been in history. That's after Clinton and Obama and President Biden had gotten it down. Clinton miraculously, and then the other civil. But now it's higher than it's ever been.
Yeah.
All of this, farms, they're not doing well.
No.
We just had a driving trip through the Midwest. I've never seen so much farm equipment not being used. And at one time I saw there had to be 20 pieces of equipment, and they were like displayed like it was like some sort of art installation or whatever. And I said, "What's that about? They're clean and shiny and bright, but they're not working. But they're just all that." And Robert said, "They're for sale."
Auction. Yeah.
That's the showroom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
So for people who sold out your neighbors and your friends and your family because you thought gas might be cheaper, you're paying more than ever. And your friends are in peril.
Yeah.
We begged you, we told you, we warned you. Can we learn something now? Can we learn something finally? I hope so.
Yeah.
If they didn't stop with women, and they didn't stop with same-gender loving people, and they didn't stop with drag performers, and they didn't stop with transgender people, they're never going to stop. Your number's coming up, and it shouldn't even come to that for you to care about people. But if you can't have empathy and compassion, at least can you be smart enough to know I'm on the list.
Self-preservation.
Yeah.
And that's today with the Queer God Squad. Thank you for joining the Queer God Squad today. We are here daily at 3 p.m. to have some fun and to discuss what our LGBTQ community is talking about. Please like and share this and other episodes of the Queer God Squad. Sunshine Cathedral is the world's leading progressive queer church. Progressive, queer, and God are words that naturally should go together. Remember that we're all in this together. Also remember, you are God's miracle, not God's mistake. Until next time, we are the Queer God Squad.